Now, I don't know. What I wanted to do this year is, as we are going to start afresh, from the very first chapter, you are supposed to learn rhythm. How many of you resumed this year? You started school this year. Can I see that? Like you started school this year, you did not come, you did not receive any lecture last year at all, at all. Okay, okay. Nothing, they have not done much. Okay, they have not done much. So don't feel maybe you are left behind. Yes, they have not done anything. In fact, you started at the right time. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is to give you the course outline, everything you need to know about Math 101. So let us write Math 101 course outline. For those that don't have it, before I start what I have today for you. I write Math 101 course outline. Now, course outline, in secondary school, they call it scheme of work. So while in the university, it is called the course outline. So the course outline for Math 101, before you talk about the course outline, you need to know what we call the course title and the course code. What I wrote on the board is called the course code. Every course has its title and its code. Are you with me? 101, let me show you how to know whether the course they are teaching is for you or not for you. For example, if I write Math 101, anyone that started with 1 here shows is in 100. Are you with me? Any number that starts with 1 and there are 3 digits, they are 100 now, is it not true? So are you, what level are you? 100 level. So if I write Math 253, what level is this? 200 level. You see how to know whether it is your level. So if you walk into a class and they are doing something, maybe bio, so, you will know whether it's for you or not. So it must start with 1 to show that it is a 100 level. Then another thing, we ignore the one in the middle. The one in the middle can be anything. It's not significant. They can decide to put anything in the one in the middle. The first and the last is the most important. The first shows your level, while the last shows the semester. If the last number here is an odd number, can you remind me what's an odd number? Odd numbers are what? Numbers that are not divisible by 2, right? For example, what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So once it is an odd number, it means first semester. But if it's an even number, it means what? Second semester. For example, Math 102. You see, Math 1 or Bio 104. So 1 here shows that it is what? 100 level. The 4 here, even or odd? Even. So is it first or second semester? Second semester. You understand now? So they can put anything in the middle. They can decide to say Bio 128. Doesn't matter. The only 2 things I have to check are what? Yes. So what they are putting in the middle here is just to differentiate it with other ones. Maybe in year 1 first semester, you are supposed to do about maybe 5 biologies for different departments, for example. So you can have Bio 105, 107, maybe 123. You understand? So every other number in the middle does not matter. So what we know that once it is odd number, it is what? It is what? First semester. That's the first thing you need to know. Now the second thing you need to know is how to know your GP. It's very important to calculate your GP whenever you see your result. I know that the result has not yet come, but you have to know some things. Now, the most important thing you need to know is that in-course is one of the most important score you should not play with while you are in 100 level. In fact, not just 100 level, while you are in school. Don't joke with your in-course. Why do I say don't joke with your in-course? University splits your mark to be 70% and what? 30%. Now, this 70% is exam, while 30% is your in-course. Now, this is university. For in-course, they don't supervise you. They don't check you. So do as much as possible to get 20-something at least, if not 30 for your in-course. If there is quiz, they say they will have quiz now in this form, and you know you don't know anything, and you now come and sit in the front, are you a normal human being? You don't know anything, no? You did not read for that course. Then, because they have quiz, you now run in there. You want to be the first person to come out. You now sit down in the front. Are you normal? Please go to the back and look for somebody that will help you somewhere. If possible, don't even enter the hall at all. Stay somewhere outside the hall. When you hear them started submitting, come and submit your own. They don't want to know how you got the answer. So the only thing they supervise is the exam. When they will start supervising your in-course is when you now enter from 200 level, 300 level, because you people are now small. And then you are now facing your real course. So they want you to know it. You cannot copy again from anybody. They want to see you need to know it. But for 100 level, who want to supervise 5,000, 10,000 people in this one? It's not possible now. It's not possible. I get what I'm saying. So what you have to do is what? If you know somebody that knows, tell the person, please, I am entering the hall with you. In fact, we are not entering the hall. Let us go and sit down in the bush. Okay, don't worry. When they will write quiz, you will see that people will be in the bush writing their own. Because it's 100 level. You are still a baby. They don't want to stress you that much. You understand? So don't joke with your in-course. If it is the textbook that has workbook, don't write rubbish in your workbook. Make sure that what you are writing in your workbook is accurate, so that by the time they mark your workbook, in fact, in the university, let me use ESUT as an example. Most in-course is just that workbook. Most in-course is that workbook. Most of them, even when they give quiz, they don't even mark it. They will just use it as maybe attendance and give you some small score for attendance. But the main way you get the main score is from your workbook. So don't write rubbish in your workbook. Be very serious and articulate in your workbook. Write something clear. Don't write and use, I saw one guest workbook, I said, God. After writing the whole rubbish, she now used a collection fluid. The whole book is like, I don't know. Some people in bed. So please, that in-course now, for example now, if you have, for example, 28 over 30, somebody that got 70 and somebody that got 100 in the university is the same thing. That is why people celebrate 60 than 69 marks. Somebody will get 69, she will be crying. But somebody that got 60 will be happier than somebody that got 69. Why? 60 and 69 is the same B. So this person will be like, why won't this lecturer give me 1 mark for me to enter A? What have I done? Can't he dash me 1 mark? Why this one know that he or she escaped from C? So this is, if you have 60, I'm telling you, you'll be happier than somebody that got 69. Because that 9 marks is nothing. It's nothing. So, for example now, if you have 28, and you are targeting 70, for example, 70 minus 28 will give you what? This is 2, 6 minus this is 42. So, out of the 70 marks in exam, if you get 42, you have already gotten A. And 42 here is as good as maybe they gave you 6 questions to answer 4. And in that 4, if you answer 2.5, I'm sure you have gotten to 45 marks. That is if it is theory. Then, but people are not writing theory, you are writing objective. You have 35 questions. 35 questions, and you answer like 20 out of the 35 questions correctly. You have gotten A. Why? Because your in-course is strong. But imagine your in-course, you did it like a madman, and you now got 10. That means you are looking for 60 in exam for you to get A. Are you a normal person? Are you getting what I'm saying now? So please, don't joke with your in-course. Make sure your in-course is very high, so that in exam, do your best in exam. You are seeing yourself in A. You see, it's easier to get A. So these are things we are not told then. But though we did our best. So please, if somebody say, don't just copy nonsense in your in-course. find out that that person wrote the right thing, even if you are to copy. In fact, let me tell you another biggest secret about university, and in fact, this SUP in particular. If you can try and stress yourself and do your in-course that will good by yourself, you have 70% of passing exam. Why? Because majority of things they set in that your workbook, you will see part of them, in fact, majority of them in exam, not verbatim, but just twisted. So, doing the in-course yourself will be giving you knowledge, even if you did not read the textbook. Because you are answering the question, you are indirectly reading the textbook. You are indirectly reading it. Even if you don't have time to read the whole textbook now, you don't have the time, but you are doing the in-course, you will see that indirectly, you are reading the textbook. So don't joke with that. Try to do it yourself. Try to do it yourself. If there's anyone you don't know you cannot do, bring it in the tutorial. We solve it here, live and direct. Solve it here, give you the result. Result that is accurate. Then, most importantly, for your exam is objective, is not theory. So, the normal method they are teaching you in class, you will not use it though. One question is 1 minute. Well, less than 1 minute. Pata 1 minute, one question. So, for example, now, partial fraction. You now want to use the normal method to solve partial fraction. 10 minutes, you are still solving one question. You see that you know all the questions, but you failed. Why? You use the normal method. Time choked you. That is why they call me the one and only what? ASAP. I will show you the shortcut. Every question has shortcut. Because it's objective, use the shortcut and get your answer and go home and say no more. Get your first class and be happy. And very importantly, please, very important, I hope you, all these things we are saying, thank God we have witnesses. They do come here, our students, to give the testimony. Every building depends on the foundation. Do you know that? Every building depends on the foundation. If you want to build 3-story building, for example, then you now make a solid foundation, and then maybe you now build just the down floor. You don't have money. Whenever you still get money, you can still build the 3-story building. Do you know that? But even if you have money, and you have laid a foundation for a bungalow, because say you now have money, you now put 3-story building on top. Okay. You will not hear me. You will not be looking for, they will not tell you, put pillar here, put pillar here, put pillar. From putting pillar, the whole building will turn to pillar. Pillar. It will even collapse. With all the pillars said, it will collapse. So why am I saying that? 100 level is your what? Your foundation. It is easy to make first class in 100 level. Let me tell you why it is easy to make first class in 100 level. Number one, nobody supervises your in-course. You don't have time to supervise your in-course, number one. Number two, you have different people from different departments that are very intelligent. You know, when you enter 200 level now, you see that it is peculiar to your department. The number has reduced. Some people say in their department they are just 5. Do you know? Some they are just 10. Some they are just 15. And out of that 10 of them and 15 of them, you are even the most intelligent. And you yourself know you don't know anything. You see? But that time you're in year 1 now, even if you don't know anything, maybe you are in applied microbiology, there is somebody in medicine who is very brilliant. So make that person your friend, for example. That's two. Thirdly, you have people like Master Tokanwa in tutorial that will break down everything, like keep it one for you to pick. Break it down to the simplest. Don't I break things down? Oh. Break it down. You have tutorial. From 200 level, you start begging for tutorial. There will not be tutorial. Till next year, our students are still begging us, sir, please. Is there a way we can extend the tutorial to 200 level? Even tell their parent call us. Please, can we extend the tutorial to 200 level? So you will be begging for class like this, you will not see. You understand? And thirdly, what you are learning in 100 level is simply repetition of what you did in secondary school. with just little or no advancement sef. Just little advancement. In some courses, no advancement is just exactly what you did in secondary school. Is it indices you have not heard in secondary school? Is it logarithm you have not heard in secondary school? Is it sequence and series you did not hear in secondary school? Or is it quadratic equation you did not hear? Most of these things are what we did in secondary school. For those that went to good secondary school, like if you went to my own type of secondary school, Mbabuawa Community High School, we do maths, one class in a year, not in a term, in a year. Who will come and teach you maths? They will give us maths note to copy. They will not give it to our class, our prefect. Our prefect will copy the maths notes. We will copy the same thing. Your note need to be up to date. So, Chineke. So, but the thing is that if you check every condition surrounding 100 level, you see that there is no reason for you to tell story that you did not make first class in 100 level. And mind you, the higher you go, the tougher it becomes. You will not understand. Me that know maths very well, I thought that the maths I'm going to see is the normal. When we start entering 300 level, I will be like, sir, are you sure this thing is mathematics? I got calculator, we did not use calculator one day. The highest number was 1 and 0. Proof. They are not, people that are using calculator, statistician, or this, they are the one punching. We did not punch one calculator. The highest number we used was 1 and 0. Proof. Show that this is this. Marine world math. In fact, me that hate biology, we did biomathematics. Biomathematics. Applying math to biology. We applied math to chemistry. So we see that it's not that thing you think, oh, that you are not seeing. You are not seeing a different thing. The whole is not different from Balabu. It's a different town hall. So now that is, you are now familiar with this one. You have small familiar spirit with this one. Build it, use it and build your foundation. So that as you are now going, this one is still carrying you even if you are not doing well. But I know that when you start well, you continue well. But even if one thing or the other happen, and another most important thing you have to bear in mind is that, God, 100 level, your parents are still excited you got admission. You can tell, hello, daddy, they say we should pay 100,000 tomorrow. You say, no problem, send your account number. But from 200 level, daddy, they say we should pay 5,000. I sent you money for your feeding, use it first. Then later I will not send the 5,000. Then in 300 level, the number you are trying to call has blocked you permanently. Because the billing is too much. So that excitement that you got admission is over. It's over. You now have to start catering for yourself. Most of us, they paid school fees for me just 100 level. From 200 level, I paid my school fees to Mbocha. You understand? So from 200 level, you will see another different thing. That person sponsoring you. In some cases, some people said it will be just their school fees that they will pay for them. The father will struggle and struggle to just gather only that school fees. I have a friend then, just 2 days to exam is when he pays his school fees. I have to go home and go and help the dad in the shop for them to struggle and gather. Once they pay school fees, nothing concerns the dad again with anything happening in school again. It doesn't concern them. They have paid school fees. But boy, you can find your way. So now, the excitement is there. People said if your mom wants to go and buy something in the market, as she's passing, her friend will not be there. Mama, you need good money. Don't try it. Mama, doctor. Put doctor in it. My daughter is now a medical doctor. Papa, you want cake and all. On our mama, that graduate. Put mama doctor. see that? And the average 100 level student, as far as this school is concerned, yeah, before you finish a one, you have spent more than 1 million. Only 100 level. So, what excuse do you want to tell your father that after spending that money, you did not make it to 200 level? For those in medical, for example. I hope you know that as far as you are studying any medical course, you will not just walk in 200 level like other 200 level like other departments. Other departments, they just walk into 200. Even if you fail 5 courses itself in 100 level, you will just walk into 200 level, just come back and be writing carryover. I hope you know. But as far as you are studying any medical course, once you fail one, no, it's either you repeat or they will push you to animal science to become an animal. You don't go start farming with agricultural students, or you come to mathematics department. So please, don't have any reason for repetition. Don't have any reason for repetition. Be serious. Be serious. In the tutorial here, we don't just teach you. We not give you shortcuts to. There's no reason for you not to pass. I hope you know that those in further level now cannot apply to medicine. Cannot redeploy to medicine. 95% of our students are only medical and nursing students, and none of them passed. I hope you know that how they redeploy is that when somebody fails, there's now a space there you cannot redeploy. But almost everybody passed. So there's no more space. There's no space. So the same thing should be your own portion. This is something, you know why? Let me tell you why you have to pass. Is because, in fact, the reason you need to come for tutorial is that it's not that you cannot read on your own. No? Let me check if. Okay. It's not that you cannot read on your own, no, but because there's something that is called mentorship. For example, what took your mentor 5 years to learn, he can give it to you in 1 day or in 1 week. Because when he was learning it, what took him time was experimentation, finding how easy it's going to be. So that road that he now discovered an easy path. So when he's now mentoring you, what happened? He will not show you the easy path. So the same thing is, we are like a mentor to you. We did not just pass through the system. We are in the system for years. There is nothing they will say that I don't know. It's not possible. In fact, with the exam, I will tell you exactly what will come out. It's not joke. The only thing you will not see is that they will change the number. If I tell you will see 2 raised to power x, you may just see 3 raised to power x. The same pattern. I will show you the shortcut. Follow that shortcut. You get the point? Follow that shortcut. For example, now, there is one question they normally give. N minus 1 and N minus 5, for example, all factorial. Can I remember that question? Or let me use the past question and show you. Where is the dust? Let me show you something. Nonsense. Okay, I've seen man. Okay. They will say n minus 5 all factorial all over n minus 6 all factorial. Then you now have plus 2 minus n, for example. If they say simplify this, if they say simplify this, something like this, for example. Now, this is one of the questions. The pattern is always that this one here should be 1 lesser than this one. Once you discover that this one is 1 lesser than this one, then what you just do is what? Look at what you just do for me. Use this factorial here and cancel everybody here. So the final answer should now be n minus 5 plus 2 minus n. N minus n gone. Minus 5 plus 2, what do you have? Minus 3. You go your way. But if you don't know this shortcut, you will be solving and your apogage in our rubbish. This thing I did, is it difficult? Just, you notice that this is 5, this is what? 6. That's the pattern. They can write 10, 11, like that. Are you getting it now? This will be 1 less than this. The factorial here will cancel everybody here. Then what do you have? You now solve just what is up and get your answer. Simple. Let me show you why it is like that. The reason it's like that is because, let me show you the reason it's like that. The reason it's like that is because, okay, what is 10 factorial? Can somebody tell me what is 10 factorial? Let's go. 10 times what? 9 times 8 times 7 times what? 6 times what? 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You believe, right? Do you believe that? Okay. Do you know that from here down to this point can be written as 9 factorial? Do you believe that? So 10 factorial is the same as saying 10 times 9 factorial. Do you believe? The same 10 factorial can still mean 10 times 9 times 8. If I want to stop in this 8, I'll just put factorial. Do you believe? The same thing can mean 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Anywhere you want to stop, what do you just put? Factorial. Why? Because that factorial is the continuation. Are you with me? Now, if you have known this now, do you believe me that this same 10 factorial can be written as 10 times 9 can be written as 10 minus 1. Do you believe that? So it means that n factorial is the same as saying n times what? N minus 1 factorial. Is it not true? Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay. So since you know that, I see what I'm going to show you. Do you believe me that? Okay, let me write this. Watch, let me show you. This is n minus 5 factorial plus plus 2 minus n all over what? N minus 6 factorial. Now, do you believe me that n minus 5 factorial can be written as, watch, remember I told that n factorial means if I repeat the n, I can say repeat that n minus 1 and put factorial. Do you remember? So n minus 5 factorial can mean repeat that n minus 5, then say repeat that n minus 5 minus 1 from it and put factorial. Do you believe me? You are not getting these things. Are you getting it? Look at n factorial means repeat n, then say repeat n minus 1, then put factorial, right? So n minus 5 factorial can mean n minus 5. Are you with me? Then n minus 5, then minus 1, and then put factorial. You believe that? Okay. So we have plus 2 minus n like this all over what? N minus what? N minus what? 6 factorial. Now, minus 5 minus 1 is what? Minus 6. So this is saying n minus 5 into n minus 6 factorial. Then plus 2 minus n all over what? N minus 6 factorial. You see that n minus 6 will take care of n minus 6. You see that? Sorry, the question is like this. Sorry, it's a mistake. So the question is like this. Sorry, n minus 6. Not together with this, please. Please, write it very well, please. It's like this. N minus 6, please. They are not together, please. That's a mistake. It's just a mistake. Please, they are not together. They are not together. They are not together. Sorry. So, if this take care of this, you see that we are not left with what? We are not left with what? N minus 5 plus 2 minus n. So that is why I said, just simply say the factorial here will cancel everybody here. Are you getting it now? The factorial here will cancel everybody here. Then now do this and get your answer. Straightforward. Shortcut, you go home and see no more. Are you getting it now? So now, let me show you something. Are you still writing this? Oh, sorry about that. Let me show you another one. For example now, in partial fraction, they can tell you to resolve, for example, what am I talking about? What am I saying? Okay, resolve 2x all over x minus 5 all squared into partial fraction. Resolve this into partial fraction. I'm going to show you a shortcut you need. Every question has a shortcut. I'll just be showing you the shortcut. You don't need the normal process. When you need the normal process is when you are writing you are filling your workbook, you are writing your in-course or maybe your assignment, because you need to show the steps. But the exam is objective. Do you need step in objective? No. So use the shortcut and get your answer and go home and sin no more. So write this. Let me show you how to get it. Shortcut. One line, you get your answer and go home. Okay. So now, let me shift this closer so that. Okay. Let me bend it this way. Okay. Should be horizontal. All right. Now, to resolve this into partial fraction, let me show you what you need to do. There is just a simple step you need to follow. Watch me. Watch me now. Hello, look up, please. Look up. We have 2x over x minus 5 all squared. First of all, to put it in a partial fraction form, is going to be what? A over what? X minus 5, then plus b over x minus 5 all squared. That's how to arrange it. You should know the arrangement first. If it is raised to power 3 here, what do we have? You have c over what? X minus 5 raised to power 3. Are you with me? So now, if you have this kind of thing, the next thing to do is, once you can get your a and b, they are now in the partial fraction form. Partial fraction is simply the opposite of normal fraction. In your secondary school, in your primary school, they taught you that 1 over 4 plus maybe 2 over 5. How do you solve it? LCM of the denominator, you have what? 20. You now say 20 divided by this, you have what? 5. 5 times 1, 5 plus 20 divided by this, you have what? 4. 4 times 2, 8. So if you add the two of them, what do you have now? 13 over what? 20. And this is what they taught you in secondary school. But in the university now, what we are trying to do is taking this one the way it is now and take it back to have the sum of two partial fractions. Resolve a single fraction into a sum of two what? Partial fractions. So we are now trying to go back. In your secondary school, they taught you something like this. They can say resolve, maybe we have maybe 5 over x plus 3, okay, plus maybe 2 over x plus 3 all squared, okay, something like this. What do? They taught you now. The first thing to do is what? LCM, and the LCM will be what? The bigger one, is it not true? LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. Why? Because 2 is inside of 4. Are you with me? Let me repeat what I said. The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4 because 2 is inside of what? 4. So the LCM of this and this should be the big one. Is it not true? So we now have what? X plus what? 3 all what? Squared. Are you with me? Now when this divide this, what do you have? X plus 3 times 5, you now have what? 5 into what? X plus 3. Are you getting it? Now when this divide this, what do you have? 1. 1 times this, you have what? 2. Are you getting what I'm saying? So we'll now open the bracket to have what? 5 times this, you have what? 5x plus what? 15 plus what? 2 all over what? X plus 3 all squared. So we now have what? 5x plus 17 all over what? X plus 3 all squared. That is what they taught us in secondary school. Resolving these two partial fractions into a whole, into a fraction, a single fraction. So in the university, now going back, how do you resolve this one to get back to these two people? That's what we are trying to do here. Are you getting it now? So now let us go back. Let me solve this one first before this one. Or any of them, we can get the same answer. So now, let me clean this. Remember, we have 5 over x plus 3 plus 2 over x plus 3 all squared. Okay. So watch me now. So you want to resolve 5x plus 17 all over x plus 3 all squared into partial fraction. Remember the way I taught you. It's going to be what? You put it in this manner. Is it not true? What do you have first? A over what? X plus 3, right? Plus what now? B over x plus 3 all squared. You see that once I can find my A and B, I have gotten these two people. Are you with me? Now, let me now show you the shortcut on how to get your A and B. You go home and see no more. I'll show you the normal method, but the shortcut is very important. Well, I watch the shortcut now. For the shortcut, I'm going to say, to get my A is simply the coefficient of x everywhere on the left-hand side. Very simple. Or do we use the normal method first before the shortcut? Or the shortcut before the normal method? Which one do you prefer? Okay, normal method before shortcut. Okay, now let's use normal method. Now for the normal method, once you put it this way, watch me, yeah? Watch me, let me show you something. Put it this way, try to resolve this side. If we resolve this side, we are going to have 5x plus 17 all over x plus 3 all squared is equal to, let's resolve like we did before. The LCM of this and this is what? The big one, is it not true? So the LCM is what? X plus 3 all squared. Now when this divide is what you have? X plus 3 times A, you have what? A in bracket of what? X plus 3. Are you with me? Plus, when this divide is what you have? 1 times B, you have B. Are you with me? Now, in this case, the two denominators are the same, so they will cancel out. This will take care of this, they are the same. So we are left with the numerator now. So, because we are left with the numerator, let me just clean him. You have the question, right? Okay. I want to solve it here because of those online so that they can see it. So now, so we are left with the numerator. The numerator gave us that 5x plus 17 is equivalent to, let's open the bracket. A times x, what do you have now? Ax. Okay. A times 3, what do you have? 3a. Then we now have what? Plus b. Now, once you get to this point, what you do for me, child of God, is that the left-hand side is equivalent to the right-hand side. Means everybody that has x on the left-hand side should be equal to the people that has x on the left-hand side. Are you with me? Anybody that has x on the left-hand side should be equal to the person that has x on the what? Right-hand side. So I will say that what? Ax should be equal to 5x. They both have x. And then 3a plus b that does not have x should be equal to what? 17 that does not have x. Are you getting it now? So you start. X will take care of x. Automatically, I've gotten that my A is what? 5. Did we get 5 for A before? You see now. So how do I get B now? Since I know that my A is 5, I will now say that what? 3 into 5 plus B is equal to 17. So what do we have? This time this. 15 plus B is equal to 17. So therefore my B will now be what? 17 minus 15. So B is now what? 2. Did we get 2 and 5? You see. So that is how to resolve into partial fractions. So you now write for them that this is equal to what? A is what? 5. 5 over x plus 3 plus 2 over x plus 3 all squared. Resolved. This one is the normal method. For child of God, let me show you the shortcuts. You don't need this rubbish. This is wasting our time. You don't need it. Can I clean here? Okay. Now, watch me now. Let's go. Let me show you. Watch. Watch, oh. Watch. How do you get A? To get A is simply the coefficient of x everywhere in the left-hand side. Well, let's go. My A should be equal to, The quotient of x on the numerator is what? 5 over, inside this place, the quotient of x here is what? 1. 5 divided by 1 is giving me what? 5. Is it the same 5? You don't need to waste your time, child of God. Why are you wasting time to solve that rubbish we have been solving? Simple. Simple. Just go to the left-hand side. The quotient of x everywhere there becomes your A. You go home and don't do that rubbish. You don't have time for that. Now, what about B? Look up. How do we get B? B said, for me to get B, look up. I have to find x from the denominator and put it in the numerator. Very simple. Find x in, or, watch me. Find x from the denominator, put it in the numerator. How do I find x from the denominator? I will say that x plus 3, just equate it to 0, so that it will be easy to find x. So to find x here, what do we have now? X will now be equal to what? Minus 3. Is it not true? We have found x from the denominator. Where do we substitute it? In the numerator. So for me to find b now, I will say 5x plus 17. And I've gotten x before. It will now be what? 5 into that minus 3, then plus 17. So what do you have? This time this, minus 15 plus 17. Minus 15 plus 17 is giving me what? 2. Is it the same thing? Yes. You go home and sin no more. You go home and sin no more. So let's repeat. Who can tell me how do I find A? Who can tell me how to find A? The quotient of what? X everywhere on the left hand side. Is it not true? Who can tell me how to find B? Find S from the denominator, substitute in the numerator. Say it. Find S from the denominator, substitute in the numerator. Say it again. Substitute in the numerator. Very simple. So for that particular one, who can give me the answer for that particular one I gave that time? We said 2x here, all over what? Somebody should give me the question. S minus 5 raised power 2. Or I resolve it into partial fraction. Use that shortcut. Let me see. What is your A and what is your B? What is your A? What is your B? A is what? 2 and B is what? 10. Very easy. So how did you get that? Well, watch now. First of all, I have to put them in this form. A over what? X minus 5 plus what? B over what? X minus 5 all squared. Now, I told you for you to find A is simply what? The quotient of what? X everywhere on the left-hand side. So the quotient of X everywhere on the left-hand side is my A. So for me to get A now, I'll tell them my A is simply the quotient of X on the numerator is 2 divided by, inside this place, the denominator, the quotient of X is 1. And 2 divided by 1 is what? 2. We have gotten our A. Now to get B is simply find x from the denominator and substitute in the numerator. So find x from the denominator, I say x minus 5 should be equal to 0, so that x is just what? 5. So to find my B, I will say 2x, which is what? 2 into 5, which is getting 10. So my A is 2 and my B is 10. You get that? As simple as that. Okay. Okay, let's use the normal method for this one. Okay, try it first before I solve it. Can you try using the normal method for this particular question? So we are trying to resolve this into partial fraction using the normal method instead of the shortcut. Okay. So now, let us use the normal method. To use the normal method, we have that 2x all over x minus 5 all squared is equal to what? A over x minus 5 plus b over x minus 5 all squared. So we have 2x all over x minus 5 all squared. Please, the LCM of this and this is what? The bigger one, which is what? X minus 5 all squared. When this divide this, what do you have? X minus 5 times a, what do you have? A into what? X minus 5. Plus, when this divide this, what do you have? 1. 1 times b, you have what? B. If you notice, the denominator are now the same. Is it not true? So, if the denominator are the same, they can cancel out. We now have that what? 2x is the equivalent. Please use the equivalent here. 2x is equivalent to, open the bracket, ax minus what? 5a plus b. Because a times x will give you ax, a times 5 will give you what? 5a. So now, once you get to this point, to start comparing them, anybody that has x on the left-hand side should be equal to the person that has x on the right-hand side. We start comparing from here. So, in comparison, you see that a that has x should be equal to 2 that has x. Are you with me? Then, minus 5a plus b, they don't have x. They should be equal to who does not have x here. And since nobody is here, what do we put it equal to? 0. God bless you. 0 should be equal to 0 in this case. So now, if x takes care of x, we now have that a is equal to what? 2. And to find b, we now say that what? Minus 5 into 2 plus b is equal to 0. So this time this will give you minus 10 plus b is equal to 0. So finally, our b will now be what? 10. The same result. The same result. Whether you use the shortcut or use the normal method, you will still arrive at the same result. You still arrive at the same result. As simple as that. Okay. Can I clean the board? Okay, before we even do all these things, I'm supposed to give you the course outline so that you will know the courses you are supposed to do as a 100-level student mathematics. In fact, like I said before, this course is called Math 101. Math 101 is the course code. In some school, they call it Math 111. Yes, it depends on your school, but the same thing. Some school call it Math, or some call it MTH. Some use MTH, MTH 111. Some use Math, like this, Math 111. While some use MTH, MTH 101. While some use MTH, MTH 111. So any of this is called the course code. The course code. Then the course title is Algebra and Trigonometry. Algebra and Trigonometry. In fact, this is supposed to be 2 courses. They made 2 courses as one. Algebra is a different course. Trigonometry is a different course. But in this school, they combine the 2 of them and call it one course. Algebra and Trigonometry. So you'll be learning things about algebra, and then you will learn about trigonometry. Okay? So now, the courses you need to do under this, the first I said is what? Number system. You can write them down for those who were not in the class when I mentioned it the last time. The first one is what? Number system. The first one is number system. The second one is indices. The second one is indices. Number system is the first one. The second one is indices. And all these courses, I'm going to teach you everything. You don't need to panic to learn everything. So for algebra and trigonometry math, I told you some call it Math 101, and it is called algebra. Algebra and trig. So the first topic here is the number system. the systems of number system. The second one is indices. Some take set before indices. Let's take set before indices because this is related to this. So if you have a knowledge of number system, if we are doing set, it will help you. So let's use set as the second topic. Okay? But arrangement does not matter. What matters is that you know the topics. Are you with me? So the third one is indices. The fourth one is logarithm. The fifth one is sum. The sixth one is binomial expansion. Binomial expansion. Binomial expansion. The seventh topic is we have polynomials. Polynomial. Number 8, we have sequence and series. You did that in secondary school, sequence and series. Number 9, who can remind me any other one? Thank you, the root of quadratic equation, solution slash root. Solution slash root. Solution slash root of a quadratic equation. Can remind me another one, number 10. God bless you. The principles of mathematical induction. Principles of mathematical induction. Yes. Another one. Complex numbers. Okay. Complex numbers. Yes. Any other one? Trigonometry. God bless you. Any other one? Now these are the big ones, but sometimes they can add probability to it. In some schools they add probability. Probability. Number 14, in some schools they can add inequality to it. Factorization. That's the quadratic equation. Okay, partial fraction. Oh, we did not even include partial fraction, sir. Yes, combination and permutation. Thank you very much. Partial fraction. Number 16. What did you just say now? Combination and permutation. Permutation and the combination. Yeah. So these are the main 16 topics you are supposed to know for first semester 100 level. 16 topics. Imagine you sitting down to start learning all these topics to write exam. Are you normal? You may be successful, but it's not easy. Adding to the fact that you have other courses to look at. So that is the essence of this class. So that we show you the easiest and fastest way to it. Don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. So let's look at the first one. Right for the first one. I told you this year we are starting from the first topic. So we are not waiting for anybody. We have started. So write for me, number system. So let's look at number system. I can print the board, right? You have written them. So these two, probability and inequality, some don't add it, while some add it in some schools. So it depends on your own school. So let's look at number system, the systems of numbers. Now, write for me. We have 5 types of numbers, right? We have 5 types of numbers. We have 5 types of numbers. Write for me. We have 5 types of numbers. Number one, are you there? Number one, the natural numbers. We have 5 types of numbers. The first type of number is called the natural number. Now, even from the word natural, it should show you that it is the first. Because from nature, you can now go to anywhere you want to go. So now, if you have somebody in primary school and you ask the person to recite the numbers for you, obviously, where do you think the person should start from? 1. Why is it that they cannot start from 0? Why is it that they cannot start from minus? Why is it that they cannot start from point, maybe 0.5? They strictly go to, in fact, the main question is, why is it that they did not start from 0? Because they're supposed to start from 0, 1, 2, 3. In fact, I know some schools that may even start teaching that child from 0. That is wrong. They are still in their natural state. They should, for them to come into numbers, they should start with the first set of numbers, which is the natural numbers. And natural numbers are simply what? Positive whole numbers. Write it down. Natural numbers are simply the set of positive. You must put the word set. Natural numbers are the set of positive whole numbers. Natural numbers are the set of positive whole numbers. The set of positive whole numbers. Write it down. The set of positive whole numbers. Have you written that? Now, we represent them with n. We represent them with n. Sometimes we can put a line here. We call it strictly n. Sometimes. Some they'll just leave the n that way. Some will put their own strictly here. Some can put their own street here. We call it strictly n. Some put their own here. Why some put their anywhere they put it? Just know it's n. So n is equal to the set of, when you say positive whole numbers simply means any number that is a whole and is equally positive. Give me an example of a whole number. 5, 10, 1. Is it not 2? 0. Is there a whole number? Jesus. Is there a whole number? The question is 0 a whole number? 0 is the whole number. Any number that is not a fraction and does not have decimal is a whole number. Now, is it not 2? Is minus 5 a whole number? Is minus 5 a whole number? Whole number. A whole number is any number that is not in fraction form or that does not have decimal. Are you with me? So is minus 20 a whole number? Yes. Is 10 a whole number? Yes. Is 0 a whole number? Yes. In all these whole numbers you have mentioned, please bring out the ones that are positive. All the ones that are positive, we now keep them. Bring all of them together and now give them a common name. And that common name we gave them are what? The natural numbers. So the question now, is 0 positive? God forbid. Is 0 negative? 0 is a neutral number. So if you now add 0 to natural numbers, you have failed. That is where they will trick you in exam. 0 is not part of natural numbers. Why? 0 is neither positive nor negative. It's a neutral whole number. So if you want to write the positive whole numbers, you start from what? 1, 2, 3. It continues that way till infinity. It continues like that till infinity. Is 1 million a natural number? Yes. Is 1 billion a natural number? Yes. As far as it is a whole number and it is positive, it is a natural number. Write number 2, integers. Number 2, the integers. Number 2, the integers. Number 2, the integers. Are you with me? Now, number 2, integers. Is it I or E? E, N, E. Now, the integers, since we said that natural numbers are positive whole numbers, integers should not be what? I know somebody wants to say negative whole numbers. Please, whenever you hear integers are now talking about all of them, all the whole numbers. Whether you are negative or whether you are positive or whether you are neutral. As far as you are a whole number, you are what? An integer. So write for me. Integers are the set of what? Negative whole numbers, comma, 0 and positive whole numbers. Write it in that form. Integers are the set of negative whole numbers, comma, 0 and positive whole numbers. Integers are the set of negative whole numbers, comma, 0 and positive whole numbers. Write it like that. Are you there? What did I say? Integers are the set of what? Negative whole numbers, comma, 0 and what? Positive whole numbers. So now, all right, in other words, integers are simply all the whole numbers. In other words, integers are simply all the whole numbers. In other words, integers are simply all the whole numbers. Now, we represent integers with Z. Sometimes they make the Z straight by putting a line like this. It could be strictly Z. Why some textbook or some lecturers will just write Z without putting the strict. So it's Z. So in this form, we have that integers are simply dot, 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 comma, minus 3, comma, minus 2, comma, minus 1, comma, 0, comma, 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, dot, dot, dot. If you look at this very well, you see that we have 3 sets of numbers there in one. The first set are the negative ones that move to negative infinity. The second set are the positive one that move to positive infinity. Then we have the middleman here. So integers are split into 3. Integers are split into 3. We have the negative integers, comma. We have 0, the middleman, and then we have the positive integers. So integers are split into 3. We have the negative integers, the positive integers, and then 0. So you now see that obviously another name for natural number can be called what? Jesus. Obviously, another name for natural number should be called what? If you look at this, obviously they can be called positive integers. They can be called positive integers because from here now, move downward is the same thing as this. So every natural number is an integer, but it's not every integer is a natural number. Do you believe that statement? If a lecturer tells you that every natural number is an integer, but it's not every integer is a natural number, is that a correct statement? Yes, because everybody here is found here, but it's not everybody here can be found here. So what does it mean? It means that this man is inside of this man. And we write inside mathematically as saying that natural numbers are subset of integers. Natural numbers are subset of integers. This statement simply means natural numbers can be found inside of what? Integers. So every natural number is found inside of integer. So subset means find inside of. You came out from me. You are inside of me. Are you with me? Yes. Department of Mathematics is a subset of Physical Science Faculty. Physical Science Faculty is a subset of the university itself. You believe that? Biology is a subset of what? Who can tell me? Biological Science Faculty. Is it not true? Why Biological Science Faculty is a subset of what? The university. You understand how these things work now? I am from Ugwajo in Enugu South Local Government, Enugu State. So Ugwaji is a subset of what? Enugu South. Why Enugu South is a subset of what? Enugu. Then Enugu is a subset of what? Nigeria. Nigeria is now a subset of Guinea, Africa. Then Africa is now a subset of what? The world at large. So you see how it goes. So can you say that anybody from Enugu is still a Nigerian? You see. So why am I saying this? So remember that subset simply means found inside of. So another way they can represent this is to write in the big one first. Hello, look up. If you write the small one first, you use your left hand side. It will be facing your left hand side. So, but if you are using the big one first, or integers is now superset of the natural number. The statements are the same thing, depending on the one the person wants to use. If somebody say that 1 is less than 2, or somebody equally say that 2 is greater than 1, are they the same statement? Yes, the same statement, depending on the one you want to use. Are you getting it now? So depending on the one you see in the exam. If they do not use subset of, they can use superset. They can use superset. Okay, so the next one is who? You can tell us the next one. Number 3. Let's talk about fractions. Number 3 are called the rational numbers. The fractions. Rational numbers. Even from the word ration, what does it mean? To ration something. You can tell me the meaning. What's the meaning to ration? What does it mean? Ratio, sharing, to share, to apportion, a portion of something. Are you with me now? So once you hear rational number, the first thing that should come to mind is what? Fractions. So write for me. Rational numbers are integers expressed in a fraction form, but the denominator must not be 0. Write it that way. Rational numbers are the set of integers expressed in a fraction form, but the denominator must not be 0. They are child of God. Write something down. Write this statement down. Rational numbers, write this. So you see what to do if you get it. Did you come with your writing material? Okay. Are you there? Rational numbers are the set of what? What did I say? Are the set of what? Integers expressed where? In a fraction form. But what? Who can tell me why we say that the denominator cannot be 0? Huh? Talk now. Anything. Talk. Let me hear. Yes. Anything divided by 0 is, in mathematics, you call it undefined. It doesn't work. It's not defined. It's math error. You can have any number. Watch. You can have 0 divided by any number. It will still give us 0. But once you have any number at all divided by 0, it doesn't work. It will not work. It's undefined. It's undefined. So because it doesn't work in mathematics, that's why we must put it in the definition of a fraction. You will tell us that rational number. Rational numbers are fractions, but in any fraction you are mentioning, please, 0 should not be the denominator. That's just the simple definition of rational numbers. They are fractions, so fractions of any 2 integers. Just bring any 2 integers to life, put them in fraction form. You have gotten a rational number. But the problem is that, is 0 an integer? Yes, right? So the only condition is that 0 that is an integer cannot be in the denominator. It could be anywhere, but never use it in the denominator. That's the condition there. So look at how we define it. We represent integers with Q. We represent integers with, we represent rational numbers with Q. Q is a set of M over N, such that M and N are elements of the integers, but any denominator must not be equal to 0. And then I need you to read it. I like that A, so you read it. Watch me, let me read my own. If I read it, you can read it. So I close my set. Watch you. Let me read it. Rational numbers, watch me as I'm pointing it so you know how to read your own. Rational numbers are the set of, these two things mean set. Anytime you put something into these two coily brackets, it means set. So they are the set of M over N, such that, this thing means such that in mathematics, such that M and N are elements of integers, but any denominator must not be 0. Can you read it? Let's go. Amen. Talk now, let me hear. Let's go. Start afresh. Let's go. Zero. You are now waiting for does that zero. Let me read for the last time so you read. Rational numbers are the set of, these two things mean set of m over n, such that m and n are elements of integers, but any denominator must not be zero. Read again. Zero. Okay. Now, like I said, let me ask you a question. Someone should give me an example of a whole number. Just take no whole number you like. Huh? 3, okay. Let's pick 3. Is 3 a whole number? Okay. Can this 3 be a fraction? How? 3 over 1, because anything over 1 is still the same thing up here. So automatically, every whole number is a fraction, because we can put over 1 there. Are you getting it? They will ask you in exam, it means that what? Every integer is what? Is a rational number, but every rational number is an integer. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because every integer, for us to make it a rational number, we just put over 1 there. So naturally, every integer is what? Is what? A rational number. But not every rational number is what? An integer. Are you getting it now? So what does it mean? It means that what? Look at the meaning. It means that what? That integers are found inside of rational numbers. I thought that this thing means what? Found inside of. But the normal name as a mathematician is what? Subset. If I want to start with the big man, Q will now be what? Superset of what? Integers. Take note of that. You must see it in exam. It's a must. Now, there is a question I asked. Let me repeat that question. I told you I'm from where? I'm from Ugwaji. And Ugwaji is in where? It's in Enugu South. Enugu South is in where? It's in Enugu. While Enugu is in where? If you hear the statement I'm making, I'm saying is in. Is in. So it means subset of. I hope you know. So this statement means that what? That what? Ugwaji is a subset of what? Enugu. And Enugu is a subset of, Enugu South. While Enugu South is a subset of what? Enugu. And Enugu is a subset of what? Nigeria. Nigeria is a subset of what? Africa. While Africa is now what? A subset of the world. Is it not true? Now, can somebody say that everybody from Ugwaji is from Nigeria? Is that true? Skipping the Enugu South and skipping the Enugu. Can you just jump from saying that anybody from Ugwaji is from Nigeria? Is it true? Are you saying no? Yes, anybody from, not in. I didn't say anybody in Ugwaji. I said anybody from Ugwaji is automatically from Nigeria. Is it true? So now, you see the meaning. It means that what? That natural numbers, since natural numbers is inside here, automatically natural numbers is equally a subset of rational numbers. That's what I'm trying to teach you here. Since this man is found inside of this man, and this one is inside of this one, automatically this one is inside of this one. Are you getting it? Because you will see it in exam now. They know this is the only one I saw. So if Ugwaji is inside of Enugu South, and Enugu South is inside of Enugu, automatically Ugwaji is inside of Enugu. Skip the Enugu South, no problem. They are still inside of themselves. Are you getting it? But if I want to start with the big man, who can tell me how I write it? Q, the rational number should be what? A superset of what? The natural numbers. Thank you. You must see it in exam. It's a must. The next one. Before the next one, please write for me. Note. There is a man we call the irrational numbers. Now, irrational numbers are simply the opposite of the rational numbers. They are not, we don't put them as part of numbers. Just know that they are opposite of the rational numbers. And we represent them with Q prime. Watch you. We represent them with Q that has a prime on top like this. Look, please. Look at the board. Irrational number, we present them with the same Q, but it will have a prime. This prime shows is the opposite of this one. Or like this, Q complement. Q is more C on top like this. That's irrational numbers. And for your set, please note, all the irrational numbers you should know in your set are what? The surd. All the surds, you know, pi and exponential. These are the three irrational numbers you should know. You can give me an example of a surd, an amen. Root 2, God bless you. Another one. Somebody say root 1, nonsense. Root 1, is it not true? Is root 4 a surd? God bless you. Is root 9 a surd? What of root 25? Root 100? So those ones that can give you a perfect square is not a surd. But every other one is a surd. So all surds are irrational numbers. Another one is pi. Please, 22/7 is not an irrational number. 22/7 is different from pi. 22/7 is an approximate value of pi. It was approximated. Know the difference, so let them not confuse you. Pi is an irrational number, but 22/7 is what? That is why they will tell you, take pi as. Because pi is not 22/7. They will just take pi as. It's just an approximated value. Are you getting it? So let them don't be confused now. In your secondary school, the word pi, you shall 22/7 or 3.142. Rubbish. That's an approximated value. That's why they will write it for you there. Take it as. How do you know that pi is equally 1/8? Do you know? When do we use 1/8 as pi? In angles. Anytime you are using pi as an angle, is 1/8. So if pi is serving you as an angle, is 1/8. But if it's not serving as an angle, you use an approximated value that is called 22/7 or what? 3.142. Please take note of that. So 22/7 is a rational number, but pi itself is what? An irrational number. Another one is exponential. Exponential is the opposite of natural logarithm. It's there in your calculator. You will see it. So only the three of them is what we refer as what? The irrational numbers. Okay. So write the number 1, number 4. We have just 5 types of numbers. We're almost done. Number 4. Write number 4. Number 4. Number 4 are the real numbers. The real numbers. Real. The real numbers. Now, the real numbers are the set of numbers found on a number like that. The real numbers are the set of numbers found on a number line. Write it like that. The real numbers are the set of numbers found on a number line. The real numbers are the set of numbers found on a number line. That's the first definition. So you now write for me. Real numbers will represent them with R. It could be strictly R or R that is not strict, anyone, depending on who is writing. So we present them with R, and R is equal to the set of, you draw your number line, and then you have 0 in the middle. You have 1, 2, 3, you have dot, dot, dot. It continues that way. Then we now have -1, -2, -3. You have dot, dot, dot. It continues that way. So it's a number, the set of numbers you can find in a number line, or on a number line rather. Now, somebody will now say, what is now the difference between real numbers and integers? Look at integers. The same thing again, dot, 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 -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. Somebody will now say, what is now the difference between integers and real numbers? What's the difference? The line, the number line, nonsense. I know that's what you say. It's true, but do you understand that statement? Let me now tell you what this number line means. This one that does not have a number line is, we know them. We know that after 0, the next number is 1. After 1, the next number is 2. After -2, the next number is what? -3. But in this case, it's not like that. Do you know that nobody in this life can tell you a number before or after any number you can mention. Can somebody give me any number at all? 5. Do you know that nobody in this slide knows the number after 5? If you say that the next number after 5 is 5.1, somebody will ask you, what about 5.01? Another person will say, what about 5.0001? Another person will say, what about 5.0001? We'll keep adding 0 and keep going. And we don't know where the 0 will end in this line. So nobody knows the next number after any number you can mention. Except maybe that person is talking about whole numbers. We know that for whole numbers, immediately after 5, we know that it is what? 6. But integers are not like that. Rational numbers. Between any two rational numbers are uncountable numbers. Uncountable numbers are found here. Uncountable numbers are found here. Uncountable numbers are found here. Between every two rational numbers are uncountable numbers. Write that statement, very important. Between two numbers, between two, what did I say, please? Between two real numbers, right, are uncountable numbers. Or between two numbers on the number line are uncountable. Anyhow you want to put it. Just know that between any two numbers on the number line are uncountable numbers. They are infinite numbers. They choke. They choke. So that's the difference between this and this. Now, the second definition for real numbers. Real numbers has two definitions. The second definition is that real numbers are the union of the rational and irrational numbers. Write it like that. Real number is the union of what? Or real numbers are the union of the rational. When you unite the rational and irrational numbers, if you combine both the rational and irrational numbers, you get the real numbers. If you merge the rational and irrational numbers together, you are getting the real numbers. So what would that statement tell you? That statement will obviously tell you that what? That rational numbers are inside of this place. Do you believe me? If I bring everybody here, you make up me. It means that you are found inside of me now. Is it not true? Please, I want to take note of this. Watch me. I say that when you unite the rational and irrational number, who are you getting? The real numbers. So what does it mean? That if I split this man, who am I going to find? Rational and irrational. That is why some mathematicians, they will write it like this. The real numbers are simply rational numbers plus irrational numbers. You can see in this form. So when you combine the rational and irrational numbers together, you get the real numbers. So with that statement, you should take note. With that statement, you should take note that what? That what? Rational numbers are found inside of the real numbers. They are found inside of the real numbers. Or, if you are starting from the real number, the big man, the real numbers are now the superset of the rational numbers. Take note of this. You must see it in exam. Take note of this. You must see it in exam.